Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Minutes with M&M. I'm Missan, this is Mena, and we're glad to have you back. Today we'll be talking about a show that we believe should not exist. It's a Netflix show.
I like the
a
book
certain French country is involved. You already know. I'm sure your mind is going to it, but the show we're talking about today is going to be Emily in Paris. This is just a complaining session. So if you love the show, you may want to turn it off now.
Yeah. That's it. There's not even a disclaimer. We're going to talk shit about this show.
I just, nothing.
I don't even know where to start from because everything is bad.
Everything.
There's nothing good about the show.
Nothing.
I don't want to talk shit about anyone's acting, but maybe they just don't feel like they have to bring their A game because they know what they're doing. Like, they're just like, yeah, nobody cares. Because no one expects to see Meryl Streep, so you're giving whatever it is.
I'm sorry, no. They are like child actors that act better. Like, there's like, just try.
The writing, and I mean the actual writing. Let's not even get into plot yet here. The way things are written do not make sense.
At all. Like, I feel insulted.
You should.
It's like, why? This doesn't make sense. Anyway, let us start with Emily. She's not a very compelling, like, protagonist. And the fact that she seems to be getting all these perks, it just doesn't make any sense. Let's start by how the show just blatantly disregards economics or like money. Why does she have a different outfit every single day? Why is she dressing more fancy than Sylvie and all the other people who are there? How I see your apartment, like, are her parents rich? Like,
no.
I don't
know.
Like, is that supposed to be something we just ignore? Like, is that just a part of the show that like the audience is just supposed to be like, let's just look at these gowns, even though it doesn't make sense?
You're right. That's absolutely, we're not supposed to pay attention. And I just want to point out, I don't actually think the outfits are good. I feel like a lot of people really like the outfits, and I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening with my eyes right now. Like, Emily, like, I feel like she goes shopping, like, she goes into the store, she puts the money down, and they're like, run quickly, and then she just grabs anything, and that's how she goes.
There's a few outfits that she wore that I like, but, you know, I'm not well versed in fashion or anything. It's like, okay, I can clearly tell that these clothes are expensive. Where are you getting them from? Like, when Mindy brings out something expensive, I can be like, okay, yeah, you know, her father, maybe she had something in China, but, like, you literally moved here, and I'm supposed to believe that you, like, what?
Look, everything about her character is frustrating to me because she's kind of pretty much a Mary Sue. Everything just works out for her. She's perfect. She's beautiful. She's Linda Evangelista. Like, I don't understand why everyone likes her so much. At jobs, she's, like, the only person who comes up with ideas. This is a thing for me. What were they doing before Emily came on board? Because it seems like this company is unable to function without her. They
had all these luxury brands as their, like, clients, and all of a sudden she comes in and nobody has any good ideas. And all her ideas are basic. It's like, oh, let's take this picture and, like, it's gonna go viral, and we use this hashtag. Wow, Emily, you've done it again. we didn't think of this shit. And, like, someone to please explain this to me. Like, how are they a running business?
It's actually really insulting. I'm still so salty about the whole thing about her putting a tweet out there, and the prime minister's wife retweeted it, and they're like, wow, this is the pinnacle of greatness right here.
Yeah, like, everything just keeps falling into her lap. Let's not forget the fact that she doesn't even speak the language. Like, she's supposed to have this electric personality that just draws people in, but I don't see that at all. I don't see it on screen. I'm sorry to you, Lily Collins. Like,
I'm sure you're a lovely lady, but it's not giving.
It's just not giving what it's supposed to give. So you meet a billionaire, and all of a sudden he's like, all the employees in my company right now are currently useless. You are the one I'm going to give this job to. Like, how?
Like, she literally, like, no, I'm still mad about, spoilers for season 3 if you haven't seen it yet. So this lady, she was having a conversation, like, haha, I'm having so much fun. Not only does she make the list, this amazing, spectacular list that no one ever gets on, but they put it on the cover of the magazine. Like, what does that mean? There are no French people that are cultured or talented, or she's just so amazing that everyone who sees her falls at her feet of greatness.
Yeah, apparently.
And it's really obnoxious.
It is. She has a solution to every single problem. She has 2 beautiful men, actually 1 beautiful man.
And then another one.
And then another one fighting over her. In case you guys don't know who we're referring to, the beautiful man is Alfie, and the other man is Gabriel. So yeah.
No, but it's frustrating, and like we'll talk about the plot in a little bit, but Emily is kind of a character we have to specifically look at because she's the main character. And if she was someone that was either relatable as a character or entertaining to watch or charismatic or engaging, the plot would still be bad, but at least you'd be like, we get it.
Yeah.
But now we're just like, so people are seeing Emily and going, wow, just this is it.
Yep. Throughout season 1 and season 2, like every single thing they did at the agency was just them fixing a problem that she created. Like, I'm supposed to believe she's smart. Like, she doesn't make smart decisions in any facet of her life. So
I don't like how she's written, and I don't like that other characters are kind of written around her. So like other people either have to be like worst at their job or their worst love interest, and we'll get to this, but like kind of like if you juxtapose Camille with Emily, you're supposed to be like, oh, you know, Emily is nicer or she's better or she's more helpful, and it's like, no. And so because of that, they'll write Camille worse, which is what I feel like they did with her this season. Like they tried to villainize her because they couldn't justify anything.
Yeah.
But no, it's just they want her to be the hero, but she's actually the villain. Like every single fight and disagreement she's had this season, I was on the other person's side.
Yeah, 100%.
And I want to just dive into one of those situations, being Mindy's boyfriend.
Thank you.
So you've been harassing me for weeks to work with your company. You're so obsessed. You're so desperate. I finally cave in and give you the chance to work with me. And then you guys make a public scene going against my direct instructions because you don't like what I'm doing, even though it's a business. It's my business. He didn't have to. Okay, one sec. I have to check this man's name. Okay, so Pierre is a difficult person to work with. We've seen this in the previous season. I don't know why we're supposed to be on his side. I know he's supposed to be quirky and he's old and he's been in the industry for a long time, but he's annoying as hell to work with. Nicholas is literally just doing his job. You sold your company to us. Like, this is what it is.
No one forced you to sign that contract. You signed it yourself. You have access to lawyers. You have access to like people who would advise you, but you just don't listen. And now you want to cry to me and I'm supposed to be like, and whose side is Emily on? Whose side is she on? Is she on Pierre's side or is she on the other black designer's side? Emily is a people pleaser. She just wants to smile and look pretty and say things. And she just talks without thinking because you tell Pierre one thing and the other designer is like, hey, and then you're like, yeah, we should all work together. But then when it's time to actually make the deal that allows them to work together, you're like, no, oh no, oops, oh, you're difficult. Like, make it make sense.
Like, she fakes Pierre's death. Like, she does this whole thing that completely undermines Nicola. And then he doesn't want to hang out with her. Like, I don't care if you're my girlfriend's best friend. I don't want to go to events with you. I don't want to sit with you. I don't like you because you are a bad person. You're messing my business up. No, you didn't have to be involved in this. And then she's like, oh, he doesn't like me. And Mindy gives him this whole speech. And I know, like, the whole thing that I think Nicola is supposed to be controlling or whatever. And we're going to find out next season. But he was right. This was a business decision. Your friend fucked me over in front of my family. She was wrong.
Yep.
And that's really it. She was not saying, oh, I'm sorry. Bitch, fuck off.
Yep. Also, justice for Madeline. I have to, yes, the fist is up. Justice for Madeline. Because I had to fly from Chicago to come to this country to fix your mess and to fix everybody's mess. But I'm the bad guy. I am pregnant. I'm asking sensible questions. I'm like, hey, why are we undercharging this person? This business has been growing for the past 5 years and we're charging the same amount. Like, and you're like, no, you know, the delicate.
You're having sex with him.
That's it.
That's it. You are robbing the company because you're having sex with someone who you shouldn't be having sex with.
And I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, carry on. Like, I have other people to answer to. And like, it's supposed to be a fun thing.
But
like,
it's not.
This is actually a business. They are employees' lives and like there are things at stake. And you are just playing. Like even when Sylvie and the rest of them were like trying to get her out of the building and they sent a bird and they turned the heat up. I was like, is this Scooby-Doo? Like, are we like, no, but like, what? We're all grown-ups here. Like, I was supposed to find it like a funny thing that she was, you know, sweating her ass off and like, you know, nervous in the meeting. Like, is that supposed to be a victory?
It's a mix of two things to me because they are both trying to make it out that what Sylvie's doing is okay and it's funny and we're supposed to be rooting for her. I'm actually rooting against Sylvie. Like, even the whole situation where they had to bring up the non-compete clause and they acted like they were being attacked. You were part of this company being sold to a global corporation. You didn't want to follow any of their rules. You quit. You didn't even get fired. You guys all did a coup and walked out of the office, and now you're mad that things aren't easy. No, first of all, you're horrible and this is all your fault. But it's also trying to make Madeline look dumb or like goofy or like a gauche American, and I know you don't feel that way, but I really feel like that's what
I feel that way.
Oh, you saw it in this season.
I was on like the first few episodes when you told me that, but look, 100%.
No, but even in season 2 when she comes back, they're kind of like, oh, she's loud and garish, she doesn't know how to behave, she doesn't know how to talk to people, and it's like, this was a smart, competent senior woman in a company that, you know, when she was introduced, she could speak French, they were going to move her, but now she's like, oh, she is just gross. Like, even the way, like, I really disliked everything they did around Madeline's pregnancy. Like, they kind of used her bump as kind of like, oh god, she's so pregnant, or she's touching her breast, or she's like pumping in the office.
That was just disgusting writing.
Like, we're supposed to first of all think she's incompetent at being in France, but also think like, oh, like, also she's a joke of a person. And why? Everything she said was correct. Everything she pointed out was true. What Sylvie was doing was almost basically fraud. You're employing your lovers, because that photographer that you're sleeping with that you're using instead of an actual celebrity photographer, like, who you, by the way, broke up with for your husband. Like, Sylvie was making terrible business decisions, or everything that happened with Pierre and his competitor last season, where it's like, we could represent both of them, or we could work with both of them, and, you know, they do the show and it's successful, and that's why Sylvie chooses to quit. It's like, you don't want a successful business. Your game here isn't to make money or to do well. It's to hang out with men that you like.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, you don't need to be running a business.
Fair.
Like, I don't understand why Madeline is painted as kind of wrong, but they pussyfoot it. They want people to like Emily. So, like, you know, Emily still stays with Madeline for a bit, but then when she quits, Madeline hugs her and it's all okay. What? So then why couldn't you have just done that 2 episodes ago?
Thank you.
But no, you wanted to play funny games and pretend to have 2 jobs, and it's supposed to be quirky because Emily can't choose. You are a grown woman.
That entire storyline pissed me off. Like, just watching Emily have 2 job propositions in front of her and her like playing both sides. I'm like, you're not good at your job. You're not like good enough for this to be happening to you. Like, I don't believe this. I just don't.
Also, the show is super irrational because I'm supposed to believe that these are 2 equivalent jobs. One of them, again, with a global company, with a woman who has mentored you for years, believes in you, is giving you a promotion, more money, and opportunities to grow. And one is with a French woman who treats you like garbage, actively dislikes you, has no idea where her business is going to or coming from, has no clients, in a country that you can't work in because you don't have a visa and you don't speak the language. Yep. And like, these are 2 equivalent job opportunities for her, apparently. Yeah. And I'm supposed to be happy that she made the right one. I actually want Sylvie to bully her more, because even though Sylvie is a bad boss, Emily's a terrible person. So you know what? Get bullied at work. You deserve it.
Yeah. Can we talk about Gabriel and Camille? Because no matter how they try to paint Camille like this horrible person, I was rooting for her all through the season.
Yes.
I was like, go girl, get yours. That your man, you want him back? Get him.
Yep.
You want, you are buying now. Okay, do it. Like, let's go. Because when Gabriel was doing, you know, googly eyes at Emily, I was supposed to feel like, oh my god, they can't control themselves. The love is electrifying. Like, it's like magnets. And like, poor Camille, oh my god. Like, Camille has been nothing but nice to Emily.
Do you get, this is the thing. Also, I'm going to bring Mindy in here right here. Mindy is like really mean and catty to Camille. And it's supposed to be, oh, ha ha ha, she's Emily's best friend and she's supporting her. Camille hasn't done shit to you. No. And it's rude and disrespectful. Like, Camille will invite you to all of her events, to her chateau, to all her, but then Mindy's like making comments about, oh, this rich bitch.
Mind you, this is a rich, smart, beautiful woman y'all are playing with. Like, I'm telling you, Gabriel is an upcoming chef.
Barely.
Everything he has achieved has not been by his work.
It's by Emily.
I need to taste that food because y'all are liars. All this, oh my god, this is the best oysters I've ever had. This is the best. Nah, fuck that.
Actually,
you are just hanging around billionaires and things are falling into your lap. And you're doing, oh yes, I dreamed for this. Camille was about to help you. Her parents were giving you money.
No, but like, I just find it so funny that when Camille wanted to help him, he's like, I don't want a handout. But when Emily brings her people around and they offer you money, suddenly it makes sense.
Apparently, because she's this marketing genius that makes it not look like she's handing you things, but she's really handing you things. So what is the problem?
Also, side note, I kind of want to eat the food that people in fictional worlds eat, because like, I've never been to a restaurant that I took about, I was like, oh god, this tastes.
I have. Yeah, it was a Michelin star restaurant. Ooh, yeah.
Okay, look at you fancy.
I try. No, but I am shocked that Chez Lavo or whatever this thing is. It's just not giving. All of a sudden you have Michelin star prospects. All of a sudden they're writing about you in like La Liste. It's not making it make sense.
It's not realistic, and also I'm not rooting for you. You're like this thing that Emily and Gabriel are doing, where they're like, oh, we're just friends. People think that we're on dates and we go on intimate adventures together and we hold each other and tell each other secrets, but we're just friends. Am I a joke to you? Like, no, it's actually so annoying. They'll like walk around places by themselves and have all these moments, and then when Camille walks in on them and sees them, we're supposed to think Camille is crazy, but like, you guys are feeding your emotional love. Like, I saw someone tweet that they get off on pretending to be a couple. Like, when other people are like, oh, are you guys a couple? In their heart, ooh. It's so annoying.
Also, I just don't see it. I'm so sorry to whoever the actor is, but I'm sorry. I just don't think you're not Idris Elba. You're not Alfie. Let's not even go to Idris. You're not Alfie. So I don't see it, and I don't see the connection. Like, whenever he's with Emily, I don't feel that spark. I don't feel that, like they should be together. It's just too lamos.
Also, he's garbage, and I feel like that's like a really important thing. Like, I know with Emily, some of it is our perception. Maybe we don't think, she's that charismatic. Gabriel was in a relationship with Camille for years, and threw her to the side for his neighbor chick that he kissed a couple of times because he was feeling her. But then after they had sex, since Emily didn't get back with him, he decided to get back with Camille and kind of passively aggressively move in with her. And now he's ready to propose to her, and I'm supposed to feel bad for him that Camille turned him down. But like, you don't like her, and you're acting like she's crazy because she's been all in this relationship, but you're just managing her. And that drunk speech she gave, I love both of you. I've been in, what? Are you stupid?
Oh, gosh.
I hate when show, like, what are you in love with? I'm in love with you since the moment I saw you. And then they try and justify it by having Camille repeat it at the altar. Oh, you've been in love with each other. Everyone can see it. It's in your eyes.
No, we can't see it.
I can't see it.
You all are liars, and you lie to us. I can't see shit. Like, stop. The world doesn't revolve around both of you. Like, we don't see it. I'm sorry.
Also, you could have been together if you wanted to be. Like, in season 2, yes, there was the whole pact. By the way, Camille is not wrong for that pact. I don't know why she apologized. She didn't even have to make a pact. If we're going to be friends, I can tell you that you're not allowed to sleep with my almost husband. Like, it shouldn't be like some complicated, there's shades of gray. No, Emily was in the wrong. You cannot sleep with him.
And Mindy kept like bringing it up, like, oh, she made that pact, like, oh, she's bad, like she did this bad, horrible thing. She stopped you from. Meanwhile, in that same conversation, you're complaining that Alfie's not introducing you to like his parents.
Alfie needs to start fighting. Because Alfie's such a sweet, nice guy. God. He's out here supporting Gabriel and, trying to help him do the proposal and trying to help him with the restaurant and being an actual good friend and overlooking the fact that, one, Emily lied to him about what was going on with Gabriel in the beginning. But two, the fact that you guys are making googly eyes behind my back. Like, he is so trusting. My guy, he never complained, said, oh, you can't be friends. Nope, he's like, this is your friend. I believe in you. This girl said, no, I want to meet your mom. I have to meet your mother. And now, great, we are at a wedding and they've called it off for you.
Based on all this, let me ask you, our audience, does this seem like someone who is smart or who is sensible or who like makes good decisions? Because let's say you have a boyfriend right now, right? It can happen to anyone. You have a boyfriend and you're not really feeling it. There was this like, the one that got away. He's kind of still in the friend group, still hanging around. And then your boyfriend says, hey, I want to wait till I'm sure of this to introduce you to my parents. Isn't that like a win-win situation for you? Like, being someone who's also indecisive, who's also like not sure, but you're like, no. I want you to trust me, and I want you to love me, and I want both of you to love me, and I want like.
Also,
why?
Emily's justification doesn't make sense. The whole thing in season 2 about the pact was, oh, I want to be friends with Camille, so why? Why do you have to be friends with Camille? If you wanted to be with her man so bad, cut her off. Don't be her friend. Don't hang out. But there's some weird thing. It's the people pleasing you said.
Yeah.
Because she was like, no, Camille has to like me, but also I want to sleep with her man. Like, no, but that's it. She could have just said, okay, me and Camille won't be friends, and I'm going to be with the single man who wants to be with you. But she was like, no, I want to eat my cake and have it. I want to be friends with Camille, and I'm in love with Gabriel, but I'm going to try and put them together, and I'm a saint for doing this thing that nobody asked me to do. And now she's like, I'm a martyr. Oh no, they got together, they broke the pact. Who gives a shit? You did this to yourself. I'm actually so mad as I'm thinking about.
I am extremely mad. It's just like, there's just nothing that makes sense. She keeps being given these opportunities even when she doesn't speak the language, and it's such like an affront to everyone else who works at the agency. she's like at the door, checking off names that she doesn't even know how to pronounce a French name or how to recognize a French name on the iPad. Like she's being a waitress at Gabriel's restaurant and someone has an allergy and she doesn't understand what's that. Like, why is she the only one everyone keeps giving things to do?
No, can we talk about that mushroom incident? Somebody could have died. Like, it's not funny. And I know the show's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. I don't know the difference, champagne and mushroom joke. Like, someone could have died. And, like, Gabriel doesn't even fire her for that. He fires her so she can go figure out herself. Yeah. Sir, she almost killed someone in your restaurant. Like, someone has left a 1-star rating on Google and said, I would have given it 0 if I could. And he's like, oh, but Emily, you need to find your dreams.
She was waitressing and then she was taking pictures. People were asking her, who takes pictures with their waitress?
Why is Emily so likable in this universe? Have you guys ever gone to a restaurant and you're like, God, this waitress is so great. Please come take a selfie with me. No, this whole season just reinforced that I don't know what's going on because apparently Emily's the greatest. Yeah. And it's starting to branch on to her friends. So similarly, all of a sudden, her almost wannabe boyfriend Gabriel is about to get a Michelin star. Let's not even get into how annoying Luke is for being unable to keep secrets. Also, Mindy's going to Eurovision? What? Like, it's like being around Emily just makes things happen to you. People just give you things because there's no reason. Look, Mindy, you need to stop singing. I'm sorry, I know you like it.
I like her singing.
Oh my God.
It's like one of my favorite parts of the show, honestly. Oh. I can just forget about Emily for like a few seconds.
I understand that desire, but I'm also like, what is happening here? Why are you always singing? And it's also not consistent. She's like, oh, I'm at a classy jazz club. I'm going to sing sultry French music. Also, here's me singing Dua Lipa in a neon bodysuit.
She has, she's flexible. She has the talent. She has the range.
Oh my God.
Not everyone can do that. Not everybody can have the range. I'm sorry.
I can't.
I'm very pro Mindy. I'm very pro Nicola. I want them to be together because I just feel like they make sense.
They do make sense. And I agree with you. But I know that the writers aren't going to do that. Like, the writers have already started the whole Nicola villain storyline. Like, they're going to make him the bad guy. And I just don't know why that needed to be done.
Yeah, because it's only Emily that deserves 2 nice guys fighting over her. Mm-hmm. Mindy has to have a bad, abusive person and then some other poor person.
And you're saying 2, but there are other men who have fallen to the wayside with Emily, by the way. Like, literally every man that meets her is kind of in love with her.
Yeah, like in season 1, in season 2, she was going to go to Saint-Tropez with this guy. And then he walks in on her having a phone call that shows that she's in love with Gabriel. And he's like, oh, well, I guess I can't go with you. So here's my room and here's the train and here's all the fancy cars and everything. Just take it. I'm going to go home. What?
Bad things don't happen to her. Like, even during her unemployment where she was fired, my girl was going around friends, racking up followers, having a good time.
I was like, where is the money coming from?
She didn't have one moment of anxiety where she's like, how am I going to pay the bills this month? She's like, I'm on vacation.
Oh my God, Darren Star, you pay for your crimes. Because I am very confused. I was like, you are unemployed right now. Like, where are you? You're still where are you getting your money from? Like, I just need to understand this.
It also feels, I don't know where she gets the money from, but it also feels kind of sexist because the only people who dislike her are women. Like, all the men love her. Like, even if you look at Camille's mom doesn't trust her, rightfully, but Camille's dad loves Emily. Oh, where's Emily? Can we work with Emily? Like, why?
Oh, the black Hawker.
Yeah, but at least he's even competitive. But I just mean like strangers who meet her. Like, I don't know why men are so, like, even
because she's so pretty. She's supposed to be like Mona Lisa, and I just don't see it. I'm sorry.
Because Pierre is a perfect example. He's difficult to work with. He's annoying, but he'll talk to. Yes, he'll push back on Emily a little bit, but then he'll be like, "Oh, you're a genius," and then he'll do it, even though he's a crotchety old man. Like, everyone just listens to what Emily says, and I don't get it. It just. What is so great about her? And I think that's what makes the writing the worst to me. Is that everyone is just so here. I'm so sorry. This is not even a segue. This is just a whole leap into another lane. What the hell is the storyline with Timothy, Camille's little brother? Why is it funny that she had sex with a teenager? Why is it funny that he's still in love with her and making aggressive comments to her boyfriend? What is the joke?
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Like, if anyone understands what that is about, please let us know in the comments because we are just lost.
I feel like if I was French, I'd be really offended by this show.
100%, yeah.
Because apparently, according to this show, French people are lazy people who don't want to work. Mm-hmm. Everybody cheats and is okay with mistresses.
Yeah.
There's no boundaries.
They don't have any sense of business.
Yep. They're just foo, la la.
Menage a trois. They're just having like affairs with each other. They're just like, carefree.
It's ridiculous. And offensive.
100%. I'm insulted on their behalf.
If the French are not offended, we're offended for them. Because it's just unreasonable. Like, the whole thing about everybody laughing, like, including Camille's parents, about the fact that their teenage son slept with a grown woman. And, like, I don't get why, like, no one would find this funny if she was a man and he was a girl.
Yeah.
And the fact that they keep bringing it up, like, it would have been one thing if they wrote it and they're like, oh my God, that's embarrassing, we're moving on. But no, they keep bringing it up. They're like, did you forget? Remember. Sorry, I just had to bring that up because it upsets me so much. It didn't add anything to the story. Like, it's not even like it's a thing that comes up with Camille that she's like, oh, you slept with my brother and you slept with my boy. Nope. No one ever talks about it except for the show to make it a joke. It's not funny.
Yeah. And like, there's just something about the show that it's just fake.
Yes.
And it feels insulting. For example, Alfie getting the CFO job. What was that about? They're just handing out like C-level executive jobs to like people you meet at parties. Like, how am I supposed to believe that? Like, there's just other ways to get him to stay in France.
It falls into what I just said. He's in Emily's orbit, so things are being given to him.
Oh my God. It's just, when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, I guess, okay.
Even the fact that Alfie has moved to France, even though he hates the country because he loves Emily.
And he can't speak the language. How can he be the CFO? And like, when they had that crisis with the perfumes, I was supposed to think that was it. Like, what was that? Like, what was that? Like, he couldn't understand what was going on. So is that supposed to be so? Every time they speak French, and then there's clearly someone who's English, am I supposed to believe that that's just how it is?
Yeah.
And like, people in France, people who are French just work with people who are English and refuse to communicate with them. Like, is that how things are?
That's my issue with Sylvie. She's mean and she's a bully. Like, they reduced it in this season, but the whole like only speaking French or like leading Emily down the wrong path or being mad at her for failing when you set her up to fail or just treating her like a less than person, it's not cute or funny. Like, this is abusive boss behavior. Also, like, Emily didn't come here for fun. She's here for her job, and you should be listening to her. Which, again, circles back to the treatment of... What's Addison's character's name?
Madeline.
The treatment of Madeline. Sorry, Addison Forbes. Of Madeline, where she comes in and it's like, this is a business. And I feel like that's literally the whole thing. Nobody's professional in this show. Nobody does their job well. And that, again, back to Camille,
and anyone who tries is labeled a villain.
Yes.
Let's just talk about that, because people have tried.
No, yeah, you're right. And like, when I was talking about defending Camille, yes, she started a little mini affair with a woman. And yes, I'm here for it because 100%. As you said, if Gabriel gets to do his, she gets to do hers. But other than that, this was the writers, again, trying to villainize Camille so we can be like, yes.
Yeah, I was supposed to be like, poor Gabriel.
But wow, you deserve it.
He doesn't know. What?
Literally 2 episodes ago, Camille was talking about how she misses her boyfriend. They never hang out. They never do anything. And now I'm supposed to feel bad that she's kissing someone who's treating her nicer. And
then an episode later, Gabriel is complaining like, wow, she doesn't text me. She's traveling a lot. What is going on?
Like, they don't know what they're doing. The thing is, when they eventually get their Emily, Gabriel endgame, God, please don't let that happen. I hate them both so much. I want them both unhappy and single. But when they get it, they want us to not be mad at anyone. We're supposed to be like, oh, they're meant to be. They couldn't help it. They love each other so much. And everyone else they were with wasn't that great. Because I'm sure that to them, this makes sense. But my issue with Darren Star is that he's obsessed with this love triangle, because he could have just had the speech with them, but it's like, no, surprise, Camille is pregnant. What? No, but what is the reason? She's not going to get an abortion. I mean, she could. Hey. She's probably not going to miscarry. So is the story going to be Gabrielle and Emily co-parenting with Camille and them all haha laughing every day because it's a sitcom? Like, no, but what is his plan here? It's all over the place for no reason. So is she going to be pregnant, dating her new female partner, co-parenting with Gabriel as he's with Emily? This is not a show about raising kids, first of all. Like, this is not why I tuned into Emily in Paris. Also, does Emily live in Paris now?
Apparently.
So she's not going back to the US.
Apparently she didn't have any friends in the US or any life before.
Yeah, that's why
before France.
Because her and Mindy keep doing, you're my best friend, you're my family. It's been like 6 months. You need to relax. Yeah. You need to take a step back and ask why you're doing the things you're doing. Because I don't know. I just, it's like a manic pixie girl dream. Or dream girl. Everything about the show bothers me. I know we picked at specific aspects of the plots, but like, everything doesn't make sense. Also, Luke being stupid isn't funny.
It's not.
Like, why is he the way he is?
I don't know, man. Like, it's just very infuriating. It's supposed to be a like quirky thing, I guess. It's supposed to be like, oh my god, this like very, very confidential and sensitive information slipped out of her mouth at the wrongest time ever. Like, when he blabbed the entire like situation with the McDonald's guy to Madeline, I'm supposed to be like what? Like, not only did you said the meeting time, you said the venue,
you said who the meeting was with. Like, let's even say Emily wasn't lying. Who goes to their competitor, their former boss, who they're trying to steal clients from, and say, hey, your mentee told us we're going to have a deal with McDonald's. It's going to be at the Eiffel Tower. Like, Madeline showed up on time. He was like, this is where it is. This is the time. This is the floor. What's the joke?
Is it supposed to be funny? Or, because am I supposed to understand that he's actually an employee at a marketing firm and he doesn't know how to keep things confidential?
Like, is he an idiot? Is the joke that he's an idiot? Because they repeat it at the end of the season with the whole Michelin star thing, where he keeps saying, oh, she works at the telecom company. She works at the phone company. Like, what is the joke here? Stupidity is not funny. We've said this before and we'll say it again. Having your punchline be, he's so dumb, is not funny. No, it's not. It's so annoying. The only character that I'm fully rooting for is Alfie.
Yeah, 100%.
And in that vein, I don't want to see him next season. I want us to hear that he went back to England to his good finance job and he's happy.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to try and keep him in Emily's orbit somehow. So either they're going to try and get back together because Camille is having a baby, and before Emily decides that she's okay with being with him, she's first going to be like, oh, no, Alfie, I'm sorry. Even though she went to go sit with our good man, the Frenchie. What's his name? Gabriel. She went to go sit with him and she was smiling until she found out Camille was pregnant. She thought they were about to get together. So either she's going to go back to Alfie and beg to be with him, God please no, or worse, he's going to be her friend. They're going to get close again and then he's going to support her relationship. You guys have always been in love. Which I guess wasn't right between us.
I know, right? Whatever jazz Emily has, I need it for my life because I wish my life could be that glamorous and easy. But you can't fool us. Like, it's insulting. Like, I can't watch that and like take it seriously.
I hate, because you're right. It's like, it's not something that can be taken seriously. And I feel like fans of the show will be like, oh, you're supposed to turn your brain off, or it's like satirical. First of all, there is no satire here. Like, what is, it's satirizing. But second of all, I watch dumb shows. I watch silly shows all the time. There are things that don't actually make sense that I can gloss over, and this isn't one of them. It's not a well-written show. I know people are like, it's, what's that word that people use? It's when you enjoy something but it's bad for you. Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure, yeah.
Get a better one. Maybe try cocaine. I don't know. But this show, it's just, no. It shouldn't exist. And there's nothing to me that makes it, what's the word? Worth it?
Yeah.
There's nothing salvageable. I don't know what the plan was when they created the show. I don't know what Darren Star's goal was, but it hasn't been achieved. But we are to blame. Because every season we watch it, we complain, we get upset. We made this YouTube video about it. But it needs to be canceled.
Yeah, 100%.
It's already been renewed for season 4. So, see you again in a year, maybe?
Hopefully for the last time. Because
Hopefully.
I'm done. I'm sick of it. Like, it's just...
I just, no. It just makes me upset. I think that's the thing. If I went away from it and I felt good, maybe it'd be like it's a guilty... But it genuinely just makes me upset. I'm sad that I spent time watching the show.
Yeah.
Like, we're on such a low note. We're like, damn, this show was so bad. Anyways, this is us talking about a show that shouldn't exist. What do you think? Do you like Emily in Paris? Do you think we're wrong? Do you think we should be more angry at Camille for kissing someone? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm glad she had that affair. She 100%. Deserved to get hers. And I stand by it. I don't even care that she didn't mention it when she broke. Like, she stood up just like, we can't get married because you love Emily. Also, I slept with someone else.
To know that
it's none of his business.
None of his business. It's work.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to feel bad for him because he's having a baby with a woman that he's neglected for 5 years, but I don't feel bad for him. I hope he has to pay a lot of what's it called?
Child support.
Yeah, I don't know if they have that in Paris. Do you guys have that in Paris? Let us know in the comments. We want to know what you think.
Well, we're done, and I feel like we've gotten everything out of our system. And thank you so much for watching once again, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.